This is one of the most popular Grand Cherokees, the Overland, and they lowered the price considerably for 2025. I borrowed this SUV from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. It is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see pricing and options on this build. At the very top is a description, and then here's the price, $58,995. And here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. And starting off the options is the trailer tow package, so it gives you a 7 and 4 pin class 4 hitch. Destination comes in at $17.95 with a total price of $61,785. And here are the Philly Commie numbers. The best news on the Grand Cherokee L Overland is that it went down by $4,000 for this model year. $4,000. And it still has a lot of features, which you'll see here in a second. Now, if I were in the market, this is the trim level I would purchase too, because it gives you everything you want. Unless you want a more blackout look without the chrome, you would have to go to a Summit or Summit Reserve and get the high altitude package. But on the front end, full LED headlights, including the turn signals, accent lights, high and low beam, LED fog lights right down below. And you can also see the parking sensors. I like how they put them on the front end. You don't really see them. Now you do have one off to the side for pulling into the garage. And they give you recovery hooks for the Overland trim level 2, which is nice. No front camera, however, which means this does not have 360 camera view, but you still have the adaptive cruise control. And if you move over to the side, air suspension comes standard. So you have a double wishbone suspension, which is going to help it handle good on the highway, and it's going to be more comfortable too. Fabric material for the liner inside of there, which makes it easy to wash it out. And then here are your tires. These are the Bridgestone Ecopias wrapped on a 20-inch wheel. And if you care to see the sides, it's a 265, 50, 20. Painted trimming for the fender flares. They also give you painted door handles, and they give you a black trimming for those mirrors, which looks really nice. Overall, I still think the Grand Cherokee L is relevant. If you're already looking at other competitors, I still think it's the best, most luxurious SUV in the segment at this price point. The badging on the Grand Cherokee is not chrome, by the way. It's like a silver accent. Hopefully you guys can see that. Have American flag right there. Puddle lights, turn signals, blind spot, and heated mirrors. Black trimming around the windows, although they do have a little bit of chrome at the very top there. And it runs all the way to the back. Smart key system for the front and rear doors, so if you have older parents or younger kids, you can open this door first for them. I believe this has a 23-gallon fuel tank too, regular gas. And check that out. Air suspension is on all 4 corners, fabric material out back as well. And that should help for like if you kick up rocks, it's not loud inside the interior. Now they don't give you a parking sensor right here, but you still have them out back. And then check out those tail lights. You have a backup camera. They do hide the hitch right there. And then there's their Overland badge. Great design on this SUV. And as I said, these badges have that silver accent. I'm not sure if that's always been that way. I don't really recall seeing it that way, but I do like that. I wish they did the grille in the same like color. Third row seat is up, and check out how much storage you have behind it. You can probably fit 3 luggages back here. These seats are power. You don't have to hold it, they just go down by themselves. And there's something right there, so it has like a prevention so it doesn't squish somebody. This is how you put down the tailgate. You have your tie downs on both sides. I love the fact that they give you the carpet this high up too, because when they put this type of plastic all the way down here, it looks terrible over time because it gets all scratched up. But carpet is just a nice luxury accent that they give you. That's how you know you're buying a luxury SUV, by seeing stuff like that. A little bit of storage behind the floor out back. Nice little accent here. And 12-volt power. You can also drop the second row from here too. There is a light there, and you have 2 back here, which I love. Not many SUVs give them to you up here. And when you go to push this, it gives you about 3 seconds to move, and I like that. And then here's just the other side. Once upon a time, you could get a 5.7 liter V8 Hemi. Wait a minute, that was just last year. So yes, for 2025, you can no longer get that powertrain. You're only left to have this 3.6 liter Pentastar. Now, my humble opinion is, this is a lot of money for this engine. It's not a lot of horsepower, 293 horsepower, that comes on around 6,400 RPMs and 260 pound-feet of torque, which comes on around 4,000. 8-speed transmission known as the 850 RE. And I think next year there's probably going to be a 4-cylinder turbo, so this might be the best time to get a naturally aspirated V6 while it's still here. As far as the interior goes, Jeep is truly one of the best ones in the market. One thing I like about their interior is the attention to detail. Like, check out this big wood trim piece, the satin finishing around the interior, soft touch, white stitching in various spots on the door, auto up and down for front and rear windows, and power folding outside mirrors too. Now, you cannot get the Macintosh with the Overland. You would have to go up to a higher trim level, but you have a 9-speaker Alpine with a subwoofer. As far as the seat adjustability goes, I say this is a 12-way with the lumbar because it does go up and down, but you do have a luxury group number 4 that gives you a seat massager, which would be really nice. And I believe that package is like 2,700 bucks. It gives you the seat massager. It also gives you adjustability for the bolstering on the sides of the seat, and I believe it gives you a adjustability for a thigh support as well. Power steering column, so tilt and telescoping. Some of your lighting controls are right down here. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On this side, you still have a 12-way seat. And the dash does have some leather wrapping here with more stitching, more leather wrapping up here too, and it is soft touch as well. Here's the glove box. They do give you this, like, I say this is like velvet, and it has a nice touch to it. No storage on the side here, but overall nice design. You can see that twin panel moonroof. And the second row, if you get that luxury Group 4 package, it would give you the sunshades for the second row. But this one does have the captain's chairs, which means this is a 6-passenger SUV. Down below you have 4 USBs, 115 volt power plug, and this is a 3-zone climate control. These second row seats are heated, and they give you 2 USBs on both sides, which is a really nice feature. Also, they give you the air vents on the side. They don't put them on the roof, which is why you have a lot more headroom in this SUV too. 12.3-inch screen and then a 10.1 right here. Here's some of your buttons on the steering wheel. They do have a self-driving feature now for like $3,000. And then this is how you control that screen. Push button starts right there. And they do give you some animations in that screen. There are buttons on the back of the steering wheel, and you have paddle shifters too. Up top here, you have your auto stop start, your lane keep assist, traction control, caution lights, and your parking sensors right there. Just below the screen, you have your heated and ventilated seats, your volume control, and this is how you tune the radio. Climate control buttons outside, 4 USBs, and a 12-volt. Now you are missing a wireless charger, and believe it or not, even on the Summit it's an option. There's your air suspension, and then your drive modes. This is your gear selector, and let's go ahead and check out your backup camera. You can zoom in if you do plan on towing a trailer. You have a 4-wheel drive below, downhill assist, cup holders, and this is wrapped in leather. You have some storage there and just below. Now, one thing I like about this screen here, I like this home screen because you have widgets that you can set up here. Your media is the next one over. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto obviously come standard on this. And you have a marble background there too. Comfort, so if you want to control your heated seats, ventilated seats, you can do that all in here. Pretty easily done. And then you have your phone, vehicle, and then you have your lighting that you can change too if you want to change it to blue, aqua, white, to match the stitching, you have that option too. So third row, if you have the headrests up, if you can't see, you can just drop those down. If you want your auto dimming mirror on, you have that. And dashboard. If you do plan on going off-road, they give you these off-road pages. That way you can know, like, if your rear axle is locked, your center one can be locked too. It shows you the altitude. And then they have some accessory gauges as well. They also give you a menu for the air suspension, so you can see that we're in off-road number 2, which is the highest setting for that. Controls, we already saw that, but this is your settings. A lot of things that you can change inside of here too. You can actually swipe this menu too. I like Jeep, or I should say Stellantis Infotainment the best. They have the best in my opinion. Now this screen here, I'm going to turn just a little bit because you can't really see it because of that glare, but there it is. So yes, on this screen here, they give you this button. If you push it, it brings up this menu so you can kind of look for what you need. And we're gonna stay here. They give you a lot of great information. Most people aren't gonna care about any of this stuff, but I like to see some of these things. If you want your trip information, they have it in here. If you want your off-road pages on here for your air suspension, it's right there. Audio can be set up in here. Messages. And unfortunately for this model, they don't give you the navigation, which I thought they did for some reason, on this screen. So if you want navigation, I guess you just have to see it on this side here. So there it is, navigation. And you can actually move stuff around in here too if you like. At the very top you have your home link. If you want to open the rear hatch, you can. LED interior lights, and this is how you control that sunroof spot right there for your sunshades or glasses. And your vanities have lights on both sides too. There is a handle right here, not one. This is actually wrapped in cloth too, which is nice. And let's go and check out the numbers on the door. So if you're a business owner, these might be important to you, or if you plan on towing. Gross fuel core rating is going to be 6,700 pounds, and your axles 3,800 pounds out back, 3,200 pounds in the front. And all-in payload is 1,100 pounds. This is a generic number. You're going to see that on every Grand Cherokee. All in all, I think that this is a really good contender in the market, and with it having a lower price point, it should be right in line with some of the bigger competitors out there. And listen, I think that the Jeeps are one of the best ones. There's not many SUVs you can get air suspension, massage seats, twin panel moonroof, and all the one package like this one does. And this one can drive itself. It has that option too, and it just has a ton of other features available. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Check out Larry H. Miller's website for their inventory. They have a lot of these coming in, and see you guys soon.